Good morning, everyone. I hope you're really well. We have now passed the peak of the solar cycle, so we're just past the summer solstice. But of course, that solar energy is still really, really high. We've had a heat wave week, um, and that might well have had quite an effect on you. So our practice today is really soft and really slow, close to the ground, staying close to the air. Yeah, I hope you have a little bit of wind. So early in the morning, still some windows and doors open, so maybe you get a little bit of a breeze. Yeah, let's do it. Let's make our way down to the floor. That folder blanket is not needed just yet, so maybe out of the way for now. Yeah, let's come to lying down. So really take your time. Yeah, settling, finding that support from the earth. Maybe the coolness. Yeah, is your floor hopefully maybe a little bit cool? Mine is. Yeah, and then as always, kind of jiggle about a little bit. Yeah, wriggle a little bit, rock a little bit, roll a little bit. Yeah, notice how you settle. So if comfortable, slide your legs long. Yeah, really let them flop. Slide your arms, really let them feel. Yeah, noticing all those points of contact. Yeah, which parts of your body touch down to the ground. And then see, can you allow yourself to drop more? See if there's anywhere you can soften a little bit more. Yeah, so maybe noticing already, are there areas physically, mentally, emotionally, where maybe you are gripping a little bit, holding, yeah, tensing, tightening a little bit. And if so, see if you can maybe ease that a little, ease that grip a little bit. Yeah, ease some of that tightness, that tension. Yeah, our practice today really kind of checking in with our tissues. Yeah, noticing if maybe there are areas where things feel a little bit stuck, maybe a little bit restrictive. And just seeing if we can create a little bit of space. Yeah, a little bit of ease of movement. Yeah, so arriving here for our practice today. This coming home to ourselves. Yeah, just being present with all the sensations, feelings, emotions. Yeah, if you can, welcome them all. Yeah, befriend them all. Yeah, meeting yourself. Yeah, exactly where you are. If you can, gently leaning into what is. And notice maybe how these sensations and feelings, emotions, how they come and how they go. Yeah, how they float in and how they float out. And allow that to happen. Yeah, without pushing anything away, without clinging to anything either. Just meeting them with that gentle compassion. Notice your breath. Also kind of floating in and floating out. Yeah, so there's nothing you need to do here. Yeah, just being, just breathing, just feeling. Yeah, what is it like? There's not having to do anything at all. Maybe notice where you can feel your breath. Allow your body to breathe itself. Yeah, and then really softly and really gently start to lengthen your breath and start to deepen your breath. Yeah, without trying too hard, lengthen and deepen your breath. Go and explore. Yeah, where in your body can you feel your breath? Feeling that in the front of your body. And then seeing if maybe you can also feel that in the back of your body. And the sides of your body. Yeah, softly, slowly, and yeah, notice finding those spaces in between, that pause at the very top of your inhale. And then that pause at the very bottom of your exhale. Softly, slowly, and connecting with your breath, with your body, with yourself. Also really connecting with that support from the earth. Yeah, when there's this solar energy is still so high, but when it's so warm, stay close to the earth. Yeah, stay low to the ground and close to the earth. And then in your own time and taking your time, take your softest and slowest and deepest breath of your day so far. And notice how you feel. Own time. Yeah, staying close, yeah, staying with all these connections, all this inner awareness. Yeah, keep your eyes closed. Keep your head really still. Bring your knees up and your feet down. Yeah, maybe back where we were earlier. Yeah, immediately notice any changes here. Maybe again tiniest bit of kind of rocking maybe the back of the rib cage, the back of the pelvis. Yeah, settling here again. Noticing immediately which parts of you touch down now. Yeah, of course, the soles of your feet. Yeah, that back bit of your skull. And then notice which parts on the left side, the right side are making contact, yeah, with the mat, with the floor. Yeah, left hip, left shoulder, right hip, right shoulder. Yeah, which parts of your arms, your hands, which parts of your shoulders, your back, your hips. So notice where you touch down, and then also notice where the spaces are, where the gaps are. Maybe particularly that curve behind the back of your neck. Maybe particularly that curve behind the back of your waist. Yeah, maybe particularly the back of the waist. Notice where that starts, where that finishes, that curve. Yeah, notice if that feels quite pronounced or if that feels quite shallow. So an awareness to the whole of the spine, but also everything to the left of the spine, everything to the right of the spine. Yeah, and then let's come to that hopefully really familiar movement. Yeah, with an inhale, as the belly lifts, allow the pelvis to roll forwards. Recognize that the back of the waist comes away from the floor more. Yeah, with an exhale, as your belly drops, roll the pelvis towards you. Yeah, see if you can just gently press the back of the waist into them. Few of these, yeah, for yourself. So an inhale, you roll forwards. Yeah, the tailbone shifts down. There is that arching in the back. Yeah, the exhale, you roll the pelvis towards you. The tailbone lifts up and you flatten the back into them. Yeah, let's slow that down. Yeah, maybe find those pauses again in between. And notice which parts of you are involved. Yeah, which parts of you touch down, which parts of you lift up. Feel that ripple effect all the way up your spine, your neck. Yeah, allow your head to be just completely kind of heavy and relaxed. But notice how it kind of comes along for the ride. Yeah, so maybe just noticing with an inhale as the pelvis rolls forwards, the tailbone tips down, the chin dips in as well. With an exhale, as you flatten the pelvis rolls towards you, the tailbone lifts up, also the chin lifts up a little. Yeah, without doing anything as such, your head just kind of rolls with it. Yeah, it kind of follows that ripple effect. Yeah, notice, are there any kind of tight spots? Any restrictions anywhere? Left side, right side? And maybe notice, once we've done a few of these, maybe that movements come a little bit easier, a bit more freeing and flowing, maybe. Yeah, and then just briefly notice again that movement in the pelvis, just the pelvis. Yeah, is rolling forwards and back. That's kind of where the movement came from. Yeah, can you feel that? And then let's bring that back to neutral. Yeah, recognize your neutral pelvis again. Yeah, everything back to neutral. And then here, in a moment, we will kind of rock the pelvis side to side. Yeah, let's start at the same time. So both your feet stay down. Yeah, press your right foot into the mat a little bit more. And then point your right knee forward, yeah, towards the front of your mat. And then allow the right buttock to lift up off the floor. Yeah, the left buttock stays down. Maybe see how high it can come up. The left side stays down. Yeah, and then roll back down. And then the left one goes. Press that left foot, point the left knee forwards. Let the left buttock come away from the floor. Yeah, the right buttock stays down. And then roll down, and then you alternate. Yeah, and then once you've got that, yeah, see if you can make that quite a nice flowy movement. Yeah, for yourself, continuing here. So the knees don't really sway side to side. Yeah, to lift one buttock up, the knee needs to point forwards, so away from you. That's where the buttock lifts off the floor. Yeah, once you've got it, maybe find just your nice pace and see what happens. Yeah, see maybe how high one side can come up And then roll back down, and then the other one goes. Yeah, so just noticing that rocking side to side. Also, like kind of a bit of a massage there. Yeah, kind of awakening all those tissues, dehydrating all the tissue. Yeah, and then let's bring that back to center. Yeah, so we've done rolling forwards back, we've done rolling side to side, and now we're kind of combining those in an encircling. Now let's go at the same time. So let's roll forwards first. So roll on towards your tailbone. Yeah, the pelvis needs to roll forwards. So if you were to imagine the face of a clock, that's your 12 o'clock. And then dip your right side down more. Yeah, which means the left buttock needs to come up. Yeah, for your 3 o'clock. Roll onto the back of your waist for your 6 o'clock. Yeah, roll into the dip the left side down, so the right buttock needs to come up for your 9 o'clock, and then roll the pelvis forwards to your 12 o'clock again. Yeah, and then continue for yourself. Try to make that quite fluid. Yeah, again, the knees don't sway side to side, so maybe the tiniest bit, but you lift one buttock up, point a knee forwards. Yeah, that's how the buttock lifts off the floor. Yeah, see if you can make this quite flowy. Yeah, quite fluid. Notice what is happening here. Yeah, again, massaging. Yeah, hopefully. So remember, without force, no force, more flow. Yeah, and then do the same thing the other way around. So now going anti-clockwise. Yeah, rolling. Also, your fascia, yeah, that's connective tissue, loves this kind of rolling, sliding, gliding, rocking movements. Yeah, and then let's bring that, yeah, back to center. Yeah, notice how you settle again now. Yeah, notice your neutral. Maybe notice if you've maybe dropped like a tiny bit more, maybe. And then slide your arms and loosely interlace your hands behind your head. So your head is resting on top of your hands. Yeah, just loosely interlacing. So your elbows are wide, your head is supported by your hands. Notice where your elbows are. And then with your inhale, can you move your elbows towards the floor or gently press them into the floor? And then with the exhale, you release. Now that's it. You inhale, gently press your elbow. Exhale. Yeah, for yourself. And really pay attention here. What's going on here? Yeah, notice what's going on with the inhale. Notice what's going on with the exhale. Notice what happens in the fronts of the shoulders. Yeah, notice what happens in the backs of the shoulder. Yeah, notice, of course, which one is active. Notice which one is passive. Notice kind of on one side, the skin, those tissues kind of lengthening, yeah, stretching out. And then again, softening, releasing. So there is an extending and lengthening. Yeah, and contracting. Yeah, so notice maybe when one side is lengthening, the other side is shortening. Yeah, make this the last one. And come back to neutral. Yeah, keep your head, keep your elbows as they are. So hopefully your eyes are closed, but you're looking up. Yeah, your head is not doing anything. It's just coming along for the ride. So don't roll your head from side to side. Keep your elbows low. You're going to slide the elbows, yeah, along the floor or close to the floor. Can you slide your right elbow so it points towards the back of your mat, and slide your left elbow so it points towards the front of your mat. So making it a little bit of a side bend. Yeah, and then kind of spring, slide back to neutral. And then you slide the other way. So slide so your left elbow points behind you. The right elbow points in front of you. Keep them low to the ground. Yes, side bending. And then back. So do a few more of these for yourself. Yeah, so remember your head doesn't roll to your ear. Your face keeps looking up. So when awareness here, particularly to the side body. Yeah, as you go, can you feel one side lengthening, opening, and the other kind of gathers towards each other? Can you feel that? Yeah, so your skin stretches, and underneath, maybe you can imagine those layers, yeah, connective tissue, fascia, all those fibers kind of stretching out, lengthening, and then shortening again. Yeah, and your tissues love this. Fascia really loves this. Yeah, these sliding, gliding movements, dehydrating, yeah, creating space. Yeah, and then let's bring this back to neutral. Yeah, release your hands, your arms, slide them, yeah, completely to the neutral position. Maybe briefly slide your arms also to that neutral. So completely back to Shavasana. Yeah, just briefly let everything flop again. Maybe notice how you have landed now. Maybe notice if this feels different. Maybe. Yeah. Zoom into these. Notice any subtle shifts, any changes. Maybe still feeling kind of the echoes, the ripples, the tingles. Yeah, the vibration. And then let's bring the knees back up, the feet back down. Maybe slide your left arm a little bit further away from you, that left arm. Give yourself a bit more space there on your left side. Slide it a little bit. The right arm can stay in its neutral. Your left knee stays still. Keep your left knee kind of where it is. Now your right knee, allow it to drop out to the right. Let it go all the way, all the way, all the way. And then notice that your left buttock comes away from the floor again. Keep the left knee where it is. Let the left buttock come away from the floor. Let it lift up. Yeah, and then bring that back. We're going to stay on the same side. Yeah, so when inhale, that right knee goes out all the way. The further it goes down, maybe it goes all the way to the floor. The higher that left buttock lifts up. Yeah, and then exhale to come back. Continue for yourself. And really pay attention to what is happening. Which parts of you touch down and which parts of you float up. And with your exhale, make sure you completely come back to neutral. So let that left buttock come back completely, everything back to neutral. Yeah, maybe that pause after your exhale to make sure you've completely finished before you start again. Yeah, notice what happens on the left side, what happens on the right side, what happens in the front of the body, what happens in the back of the body, and make sure you completely finish. Yeah, bring everything back to neutral. Relax completely before you go in. Yeah, we're much more used to being active, yeah, than being passive. Yeah, maybe some of us really are completely passive. Yeah, let this be your last one. So finish this round. Yeah, don't rush through it. Yeah, when you are done, bring that left arm back to neutral. Slide your right arm a little bit away, so give more space on the right side. And then, of course, we do exactly the same thing on the other side. Yeah, the inhale, your left knee goes down, down, down. Keep your right knee where it is, but let that right buttock come up. The right shoulder stays down as well. A little bit of kind of a back bend going on that right side. Can you feel that? Yeah, the exhale to bring everything back. Make sure you completely come back. Notice how you land, how you drop it before you go again. Yeah, zoom into details. What's going on here in the left side of your body, in the right side of your body, in the front and in the back. Yeah, notice how everything is connected. Noticing, kind of maybe envisioning all those tissues, all those fibers, yeah, gliding, sliding, lengthening, opening, and then kind of sliding and gliding back into that kind of that original place. Yeah, so notice that. Yeah, release that, relax before you go in. Yeah, don't only be in your acting. Yeah, recognize, know what it's like to be in your passive. Yeah, let's make the next one the last. Yeah, don't rush. Yeah, finding that kind of that top of your shape at the top of your inhale. Yeah, exhaling completely to bring yourself back. Maybe finding that pause after your exhale to notice exactly what that is like. Yeah, slide your arms to neutral. Slide your legs. Again, let's go again to Shavasana. Let everything flop, everything flop. Notice again any changes. Yeah, how have you dropped now? Maybe every time you come in Shavasana, maybe every time you can flop a bit more. Nice. Yeah, this time let's actually keep your left leg completely flopped and in Shavasana and only bring your right knee. Your left side is going to stay passive. Yeah, can you do that? So your right knee is up, your right foot is down. And we're going, kind of combining a few things together here. Slide your arms again, interlace your hands behind your back, elbows wide. Remember, the elbows stay close to the ground. Your head just comes along for the right. Press your right foot down. Let that right buttock come up. Only the right buttock comes up. This time, point your right knee to the left. And then at the same time, slide your elbows again. Slide the left elbow along the floor, pointing behind you. Slide the right elbow along the floor, pointing in front of you. Yeah, and then slide everything back. Again, make sure you come back. Yeah, relax completely, especially that right buttock, relax it completely. And then we go again. Inhale, press your right foot, lift your right buttock, point the knee to the left, slide the elbows along, keep the elbows low as you slide them. Then the exhale, come back completely, particularly the right buttock, both shoulders, everything relaxes before you go again. Inhale, press your right foot. Yeah, lift the right buttock, point the right knee to the opposite side, slide the elbows along the floor. Yeah, exhale to come back. Maybe a couple more for yourself. Relax completely everything before you go again. Yeah, maybe recognizing here that spiraling in the spine. So this is many movements. Yeah, the skin, the tissues kind of stretching in many directions. Yeah, kind of twisting, kind of back bending, kind of side bending. Yeah, everything involved. Yeah, sliding, gliding, moving. Yeah, finish this round. Finish this round completely. Yeah, and then let that right leg flop. Yeah, bring the left knee up. And then we go the other side. The right leg stays completely passive. The elbows stay low to the ground. There we go. Inhale, press your left foot. Lift that buttock. Point your knee to the right. Slide the elbow. So the right elbow points behind you. The left elbow points in front. Exhale, bring everything back, particularly flop that left buttock completely. Relax the shoulders completely. Before you go again, inhale, press that foot, lift the buttock, point the knee, slide the elbows. Exhale completely. Notice how you land that buttock back down. Notice how you relax the shoulder. And then go again, maybe a couple more for yourself, recognizing that that's spiraling on this side, noticing where the tissues lengthen, stretch, and then how they come back to their neutral. Yeah, last one. Don't rush. Yeah, notice, pay attention to what is happening. Yeah, and when you are done, slide your arms away, slide that leg long again. Let everything notice what you notice. Yeah, can you drop? Good. Let's bring the knees up. Yeah, this time let's bring the knees in. Yeah, bring them all the way in. Your hands to your knees, to your shins, and let's rock from side to side. Again, notice which parts touch down. Again, this kind of massaging. Yeah, also kind of awakening the lymphatic system. Yeah, everything involved. And then let's roll all the way over to the right hand side. Yeah, curl up for a moment. Maybe an arm underneath your head. Yeah, checking in, coming back home. Notice what floats in, notice what floats out. Yeah, and then kind of roll forwards a little bit more, so kind of on towards your nose. Press your left hand in front of the chest. Maybe slide your left leg long and sideways. Push yourself up. Yeah, come around to sitting, and then come around and find your handstands. Yeah, find your tabletop. Keep that close connection with the earth. So keep noticing how you connect. Yeah, and then with an inhale, let's soften the belly down, lift the tailbone, the chest down. And exhale to round, and then slide the sitting bones back to the. Yeah, go slow, and inhale to come. Lift your tailbone, your chest, and your chin. And exhale to round and slide the sitting bones back. Yeah, just one more for yourself. Go slow. Yeah, follow your breath. Also here, imagine those fibers, those tissues. Yeah, lengthening, feeling that in the front of your body. Yeah, the back of your body. Maybe here also particularly the sides of your body. Yeah, and then bring that back to neutral. This time slightly different. With an inhale, slide your right leg long behind you. Just allow it to float up, not too much effort. The exhale, that knee comes in a little bit. Tuck your toes under, kind of halfway down the length of that left shin. And then slide, sink the sitting bones back again. Yeah. Inhale that right leg, slide it long. Allow it to just float. Exhale, that knee comes in, tuck the toes under. Yeah, slide the sitting bone. Yeah, one more for yourself, just noticing. Yeah, how has this changed things? What's happening here? Yeah, where are the tissues, the fibers lengthening? Also, where are they shortening? Yeah, on the opposite side. And then bring that back to neutral. Yeah, find your neutral. And then let's go the other side. Yeah, inhale, slide that leg long, allow it to float up. Exhale, the knee needs to come in a little bit. Tuck your toes on, kind of halfway down the length of that right shin. And then sink. Yeah, again, inhale, sliding long, floating. Exhale, that knee comes in, tuck the toes under, and sink the sitting bones. Yeah, one more for yourself. Notice what you notice. Yeah, what's going. I lost track. Was this 2 or was this 3? Maybe do one more. Sorry. I think I miscounted. But maybe I did. Yeah, let's make this one the last one. Get it. Yeah, back to center. Maybe any kind of rocking, swaying. And then let's come to sitting again. And this is the time, if you have your folded blanket, not too high and not too, but nice and flat. So kind of like that, and then it will be your pillow, your cushion. Yeah, and then come to lying down. So your head is on the cushion, and your shoulders are on the floor. Yeah, and this, we've done it before. Hopefully you remember. Also, hopefully you have enough space here. So feel yourself in the middle of your mat. Yeah, bring your knees in and roll to your left. Don't wriggle back. Roll to your left and bring your right arm with you and stay there. Yeah, so your arms and your legs will have gone off the mat. Yeah, the upper body is perfectly in line with the edge of your mat there. And your head maybe also on the edge of your blanket. Yeah, bring your arms straight ahead of you. Can you slide your knees up so they come up to hip height? And then slide your feet so they are like your ankles underneath your knees. That shape as if you're sitting in a chair. Yeah, and your arms out in front. This is where we start. Keep your legs really, really heavy. You don't have to glue them to the floor or glue them together, but just think of them as being heavy and see what happens. We're going to slide the right fingertips along the inside of that left arm. Yeah, so sliding the right fingertips on the inside of the wrist, inside of the elbow. Now your head starts to roll. Yeah, sliding along the collarbones. Let your head roll. Now let that right shoulder blade be super heavy. Let your right elbow be super heavy. Yeah, and maybe that's enough. And then we slide back again. So again, you slide along the collarbones. Yeah, you roll all the way. But we're going to do a few of these. Yeah, so go for yourself. Sliding. Yeah, rolling. Also here, notice where the skin is starting to stretch, where the tissues, the fibers are starting to stretch. If that right shoulder, that right elbow, if they come quite easily to the floor, then maybe you can think about flopping that arm out. So then opening that arm, maybe rolling your head to the right. Yeah, and then folding that back in and sliding. Yeah, notice what you notice. Yeah, notice how your head rolls. Let's make the next one the last one. Don't rush. Yeah, notice what happens in the upper body. Also notice what happens in the lower body. Yeah, maybe that knee comes away a bit from the other knee. Yeah, that right hip will roll back. Yeah, recognize how the whole of the body is involved because everything is connected. Yeah. And then so ending again here on our left hand side. When you are ready, roll yourself back onto your back. Yeah, feel yourself back in the middle again. So organizing a little bit. Yeah, your knees come in. Now you roll to the right. Stay on the edge of the mat. Don't wriggle your bum back. Yeah, don't wriggle back. Stay there. Yeah, on the edge of your mat, your arms out in front, your knees up to hip height. Yeah, your ankles in line with the knee, your head maybe on the edge of the blanket again. Yeah, we do the same thing. The left fingertips are going to slide along the inside of that arm. Yeah, now your head starts to roll, sliding your fingertips along the collarbones. Let that left shoulder be heavy. Let that left elbow be heavy. And maybe for the first time, that's enough. And then you roll back. Yeah, slide back. So do a few for yourself. Go quite slow. Yeah, notice what happens in the upper body. Notice what happens in the lower body. If that left shoulder, that left elbow, if they come quite easily to the floor, then maybe you can fold that arm out. So opening out completely. Yeah, and then folding that back in. Yeah, to slide back. Don't rush. Yeah, let's make the next one the last one. Notice maybe if this side feels a little bit different in comparison to the other side, maybe it does. Yeah, maybe it doesn't. Maybe notice that once you've done a few, maybe it's become a little bit easier. Yeah, when you are done, a brief pause here on the right-hand side. And then roll yourself back. Yeah, back to the middle. Yeah, notice, feel, make sure you are in the middle. And then we go again, roll to your left. Yeah, organize yourself there, perfectly aligned. Yeah, on the left side of your mat, arms out. This time, a little bit different. We're going to use the right fingertips to kind of draw a half circle. Let that top arm be super heavy, and then start to use your fingertips, slide them towards above your head. So it's like drawing a half circle. Yeah, stay, keep your fingertips to the floor. Also here, your head needs to roll. Yeah, sliding your fingers up towards above your head on the floor. And then maybe around to the other side. So in half circle. Yeah, and all the way. Yeah, notice maybe is there a sticking point anywhere? Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Also this one, let's do a few. Notice where can you notice where your arm needs to rotate? Yeah, when your head needs to roll. Yeah, what's going on here? The upper body, the lower body. Yeah, and then also here, make this one your last one. Yeah, don't rush. End up again here on your left hand side. And then maybe this is optional if you wish, we can add a leg to that. So staying here on your left hand side, slide your right leg long and then slide it behind you. Yeah, the right arm is in front and the right leg is behind. And maybe imagine now a piece of string between your fingertips and your toes. Your arm is going to do exactly the same thing, and it's kind of pulling the leg with you so that they're going in the same direction as if your fingertips are pulling, yeah, the piece of string. So there you go. The arm starts to go in that half circle, and the leg too, it goes in the same direction. Yeah, so when your arm is on the other side, yeah, your leg is on the opposite side. And then you go back. So now maybe the leg leads and pulls on that piece of string. Yeah, your arm around. Needs lots of space. I hope you can do that at home. Yeah. Once you've got, if you're not sure, maybe have a little peek. I hope you can see this. Yeah, and then once you've got it, yeah, don't think about it. Ideally, the toes and the fingertips stay to the ground. Yeah, so you're touching down somewhere. And once you've got that, hopefully you don't have to think about it anymore. And then that can become quite a nice kind of rolling around. Yeah, opening, lengthening, stretching. Yeah, make this your last one. And then bring everything, yeah, back to your right hand side. Yeah, just taking a moment, keep taking a moment in between. When you are ready, back onto your back first, make sure you're in the middle, over to the other side, organize yourself there. Yeah, find your true side, slide your legs, slide your arms exactly where you need them to be. And let's just do the arm first. Yeah, so the left arm drawing that half circle. Yeah, just a few of these to become really familiar just with that arm. Yeah, notice what you notice. Yeah, what is happening in the upper body, what is happening in the lower body. Allow your head to roll. Also notice that arm rotates. Yeah, notice what is going on here. Yeah, notice if this side feels different in comparison with the other side. If there is like a sticking point anywhere, maybe take an extra breath there. Yeah, and then let's make this the last one. End up on your right hand side. Don't rush. And then if you want to add that leg again, slide that left leg long and slide it behind you. Yeah, so the arm is in front, the leg is behind, piece of string in between. Yeah, your arm is doing the same thing and it's going to pull that leg around. So when the arm is up, the leg is down. Yeah, when the arm is on one side, the leg is on the other side. Oh, I don't really have enough space on this side. Yeah, hopefully you have more space. Do what you can. Yeah, sliding, gliding, yeah, rolling around, paying close attention to where you can feel the skin, the tissues, the fibers. Yeah, opening, lengthening, stretching. Yeah, kind of exploring elasticity. Yeah, lengthening, shortening, opening. Yeah, let's make this the last one. Don't rush. Yeah, briefly back on your right hand side. When you are ready, roll yourself back onto your back. Maybe slide that blanket out of the way so your head is on the mat again. Yeah, knees up, feet down. Take a moment, yeah, maybe wriggle yourself a bit, rock yourself a little bit, and notice. Yeah, notice what you notice. Or maybe actually let's do a brief shavasana. Let's do a brief shavasana. Let everything flop. Yeah, maybe are you able to flop more? Yeah, last time. Let's bring the knees up, the feet down. Slide your arms alongside the body, the palms of your hands down. We are about to do a little bridge sequence. It's not about how high we lift our bridge up. It's about how we come back down, yeah, how we roll ourselves back into the mat. That is where our main attention is. Yeah. So arms alongside, palms of the hands down. Your feet in kind of a neutral position, not too close into the buttons. Yeah, let's inhale here. So exactly where you are. With an exhale, press your feet. Yeah, and lift up. So coming into a bridge. Now the inhale, we're going to roll down. So notice how you roll down, how you touch back. Then we go again. Exhale, press your feet, lift your hip. Inhale to roll down. So notice how you touch down, kind of rolling down vertebra by vertebra. Yeah, coming back. One more. Exhale, press your feet, lift your hips. This time, let's stay here. With an inhale, can you breathe into the back of your rib cage? Yeah, lower your bridge a little bit. The exhale, press your feet to come back. Inhale, breathe into the back of your body. Yeah, lower your bridge a tiny touch. Exhale, press your feet to come back up. One more inhale, maybe lifting a tiny bit higher. And now this last exhale, slowly as you can. Yeah, landing bit by bit by bit, creating this long, flat back. Yeah, landing completely. Yeah, notice what that feels like. This time, inhale, bring your arms up to the ceiling, fingertips up. Let your shoulders be really heavy. And then the exhale, allow your arms to fall behind your head, yeah, to the floor. Let them land, hopefully. Yeah, keep your arms there. And now we're going to do that same bridge sequence again. So inhale where you are. Exhale, press your feet. Lift your hips, yeah, into your bridge. And the inhale, pay close attention to how you land. Yeah, again, it will feel different, but then you roll back. And again, exhale, press your feet, lift your hips. Inhale, let's try that again. Can you roll the spine down vertebra by vertebra? Yeah, will be harder. And then one more. Exhale, press your feet to come back up. This time, stay up. Inhale, breathe into the back of your rib cage. Lower your bridge a little. Exhale, press your feet to come back. Inhale, breathe into the back of your body. Yeah, dip your bridge a little bit. Exhale to come back up. Very last inhale, maybe lifting a tiny touch more. And then this last exhale, do what you can. Yeah, coming back to landing. Yeah, bit by bit by bit by bit. Yeah, and inhale to bring your arms back up. And then exhale to release them. Now, if you feel your spine needs more space, yeah, slide the tailbone forward. Yeah, spread out. Yeah, notice how you have landed here. Maybe a tiny bit of rocking, tiny bit of swaying. Yeah, spread out. Can you feel your whole back spreading out, lengthening? Yeah, releasing, touching down. And then from here, slide one leg long and let it flop. And slide your other leg long and let it flop. Yeah, any more wriggles, little rocking, little bit of rolling. And then let everything. Yeah, allow yourself to be supported. Allow yourself to be held. Back to just being, just breathing and just feeling whole and complete. Really, really gently bring your awareness back to your surrounding. Feel that support from the earth beneath you. Sense the space all around you. Softly, slowly start to lengthen your breath again. Start to deepen your breath again. Invite movement back into the body. Yeah, any kind of wriggling, yeah, rocking, rolling. When you feel ready, bring your knees up. Yeah, maybe a little sway. Bring your knees in and then roll over to your right hand. Yeah, curl up, snuggle in. Make yourself super, super comfortable. Yeah, stay close. And then use this moment to fully and deeply connect with yourself. Connecting with that stillness visit, your inner peace. Connecting with your inner light and with all of your life. You can keep your eyes closed as you slowly and sideways make your way back up to sitting. Don't rush. Yeah, settle again. Notice that the support from the earth is still there. Yeah, notice how you settle. Yeah, stay close to the earth. Notice how you feel now. Let's bring the palms of the hands together and bow. Yeah, bow down. Head to the heart. Namaste. Thank you. I hope that was soft and slow and gentle enough for you. Yeah, through this heat, try to remember that going slow and staying close to the end. Look after yourself, drink lots of water, of course. Yeah, also hopefully enjoy life. Yeah, this time of year. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend, and hopefully see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, Mara.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh.